Live in studio, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. He's a successful entrepreneur, a real estate and finance expert, and goes to bat for you every day as your consumer advocate. Your host, Brandon Rhymes.
Yes, here we are again, another day committed to picking a fight with the mainstream media and providing you the timely truth centered around real estate, credit, finance, estate planning, tax planning, and so much more. Over 80 show partners now with the Consumer Quarterback Show, and we all want to help you win in any marketplace. We're going to educate, enlighten, but most importantly, we want to engage you in an effort to help you win.
The only thing I'm addicted to right now is winning.
Pull out your smartphone, save our Consumer Advocate hotline number in your phone. At some point, you're going to need it. 813-670-7372.
You used to call me on my cell phone.
813-670-7372. Don't forget our number. Bookmark our website, consumerqb.com. That's our website, blog site, a plethora of information available for you at consumerqb.com. You can see links to all of our expert contributors, all their contact information, the websites, the phone numbers. So anything you hear today on the show, we want to make sure you engage us so we can help you take it a step further into an action item. Never leave the side of setting a goal without taking an action item, some kind of a step toward attaining that goal. And we don't care if you're climbing a corporate ladder or if you throw a ladder in your truck on the way to work. This show's for you. Let's go around the horn now, make our introductions. Back in studio, Scott Maurer, Advanta IRA. Welcome in, sir.
Great, Brandon. Thanks to have me again. Looking forward again, just continue to tell people about what's possible with their retirement account that they're not going to hear from their financial advisor.
That's right. Self-directed IRAs, opportunities for you to buy real estate, other assets into an IRA, help you with a lot of the tax avoidance for future, and a lot of cool things that you can do with an IRA. So Scott Maurer, thanks for coming back in. Also in studio, Melissa Allen. She's the co-owner, Cobblestone Court, jewelry for your home. Welcome in.
Thank you for having me again. I hope to tell you some good stories today about your plumbing and hardware and some success stories that we've had.
That's right. Yeah, real estate is such a hot topic, especially, with this show. Used to be called the Real Estate Quarterback Show in our infancy stage when we started, and we've got some great partners in that real estate space. I think about Jason Avery, Avery Construction and Remodeling. I think about Sarah Shirelli, interior design expert extraordinaire as well. And, of course, Jay Smith, A. Snoop Inspection and Home Inspections. Lots of folks that are associated with the show, and I want to make sure you understand that this is a consumer advocate-based program. Everything we do is to help you win and help you understand different decisions that you're going to make on a daily basis. We want you to think about this show as the hub of your financial, your business, your health, your recreation wheel, and everything around that wheel, all those spokes extending out, representing another one of our preferred partners, the on-air expert contributors that come on. They take time out of their busy schedules to come in and educate and entertain and enlighten you about these different areas. So please engage us if you feel anything that we can do to help you. We'd love to hear from you. ConsumerQB.com. Just submit the form. Got a big event coming up as well on the 25th. This is a Thursday night this time. We're doing our business growth and digital marketing seminar, May 25th. 3 to 5:30 at the beautiful Hotel Zamora. What a great venue to have this event. They've got an awesome room for us set up, and at 5:30 we're taking it to the rooftop. We're going to have a rooftop happy hour and taking those beautiful Gulf of Mexico views and the sunset. So you got to sharpen the saw. In any business, you want to make sure you're sharpening the saw. Make sure that you are improving day after day, week after week. The digital marketing seminar on the 25th at the Hotel Zamora, it's going to teach you how to beat your competition online, how to win online and click to call, making sure your website's mobile, a lot of things that you can do. And we've got 3701 Gulf Boulevard in St. Pete. This is the Hotel Zamora, our official hotel partner. That's on Thursday, May 25th, 3 to 5:30. It's a free event. Come on out and network with some of our show partners as well. And we're going to have a lot of fun with the rooftop happy hour at the Rooftop 360 Lounge on top of the Gulf of Mexico there. The beautiful Hotel Zamora is our official hotel partner here in beautiful Tampa Bay.
Sun is shining, the weather is sweet.
And we are expecting a call in as well from Paul Romero. He's the director of sales and marketing for the Hotel Zamora. It's the first new hotel built in St. Pete Beach in decades. If you haven't seen this hotel, you've got to go check it out. Just go for breakfast, lunch, or dinner at the Castile restaurant, and make sure you say hello to Paul. Let him know you're first time there, and he's going to buy you your drink. He said he'd pick up your first drink. And if you do want to stay at the Hotel Zamora, we're going to offer you a staycation opportunity here. So if you call them up, you let them know the real estate quarterback sent you, you're going to get 15 to 20% off of your room stay just by mentioning the quarterback show. So we really appreciate our partnerships here. Now, as you know, we always start the show off with a little personal development. Helping you win in any marketplace. Sometimes in life you got to call that audible. Now, what we're talking about today is Dr. Edward Banfield of Harvard conducted a 50-year study, and he wanted to know what are the main reasons why some people move up the socioeconomic ladder and gain prosperity and success and flourish versus other people that don't. And other people, and you look at other countries, you look at immigrants that come to the United States, and this is the best economy in the world in the history of planet Earth. This is a time where you can make money so easily, and all you have to do is be resourceful and focus on the vital few, as we talk about here. But he wanted to know why some people move up and down this ladder from generation to generation, and some, in one lifetime become millionaires. 66% of all millionaires were self-made, and they started out. So why does this happen to some and not others? And one of the main reasons, he conducted this 50-year study, and he said the common denominator, and his conclusion at the time was the number one thing, time perspective. The number one factor is time perspective. So no matter where they come from, different religions, different backgrounds, doesn't matter. The number one factor is the amount of time that you take into consideration when you're making that decision. So meaning a doctor that goes and gets his PhD, he's going to school for 8, 10, 12 years to get his PhD, right? And then he's going to come out and he's going to have this 80 or 50, 60 years of development time to grow that income. Whereas the opposite side of the spectrum is the hopeless drunk or alcoholic, right? Or the drug addict that's only looking minutes into the future to get his next fix. So there's the reason why. That's going to help you be successful here. And the leader of the organization is tasked with the future planning and thinks long term. And we become what we think about. So a great quote by Gandhi is, "A man is but the product of his thoughts. What he thinks about, he becomes." All right, so there's your quarterback tip for the day and the 2-minute drill. So Scott Maurer here, Advanta IRA, a lot of good things happening in the real estate space.
There are, and I think to kind of piggyback on what you were just talking about, Brandon, the time aspect and people really looking out, that's something you really, can't state it enough. When you talk about retirement planning, is looking to the future and spending that time not looking what's happening next week, that's happening next month, really looking out into the future. What is your plan and having a goal for that? A lot of people will simply rely on their financial advisor, give them money and just assume that it is going to plan and everything's going to work out for them. They're not really thinking about what steps might I need to take on my own, what other possibilities may be out there. And we're seeing so many more people, average Jills, investing in real estate.
Yep.
Using their IRA account because they're finding out that this is possible to do. It's not overly difficult. And again, it's just all these people have in common. They really are looking out into the future. What is going to be best for me 15, 20, 30 years from now.
That's right. Yeah, and so many people put more time into their vacation plans or their fantasy football picks than they do their actual retirement and their planning. And a self-directed IRA from Advanta, there's so many positives to it.
There are, and we're different. I mean, there's the other custodians that are out there. Most people who have IRAs or have an old 401k plan, their IRAs are held with a brokerage firm. They're held with a bank who are going to limit you to what options, what assets that they sell. We're different. We do not sell any investments. We simply provide a service to hold assets, whether it be real estate, whether it be a rental property, a rehab project, promissory note, a lot of the things we can get into. We will hold those assets. The brokerage firms won't hold these assets, so they're not going to tell you that they're possible. So we're different. We're allowing you to invest in things that you understand, things that you can control, not pigeonholing you into what we want you to have. If you come to us at Advanta and say, I want to invest in this asset or that asset, our job is to simply make sure that it's done properly. It's not to advise. It's not to counsel. Again, we're not selling anything. So that's how we're really different in that, especially in the retirement planning space.
Yeah, you work with financial advisors, in other words.
Sometimes, yes. I mean, some of the financial advisors, they have clients who, again, came across that great rental property. It's somebody who had money sitting off to the side, found a great opportunity to say, hey, I can buy this little 3-2 house for 100, 120,000. I can buy it. I can pay cash for it. The rental income that I receive is going to come back into my IRA account. No tax ramifications at all for doing that. So we're working with the advisors, a lot of times CPAs, attorneys, or even some realtors, certainly at times. Those are the clients, the people we're working with. And it's, again, the average Joe, average Jill that is self-directing. And investing in real estate is not as complex, I think, as a lot of people think it is.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of things to consider when you look at a retirement plan. You want to make sure your CPA is involved. You want to make sure all of these pieces are intertwined. And when's the last time you looked at your plan and saw what are the actual fees and what are the real fees? Not what you're being told, but when you break it down. Maybe we'll talk about getting a review when we come back. Talk about some things that you can do to protect yourself there. And we're also going to talk with Melissa Allen. She's the co-owner of Cobblestone Court. Beautiful jewelry for your home, and more from our expert contributors. We've got a top 10 list here coming up as well. And you're listening to the Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
Hey, this is Jarek Robbins. You are listening to the Consumer Quarterback Show with Brandon Rhymes. Please do what it takes to learn all that you have to live the life you want to live it fully, and find a way to give it by paying it forward to others.
Don't forget, Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Visit realestateradiotampa.com or text the word VALUE to their consumer advocacy hotline at 813-917-1894. Call Brandon today, 813-917-1894.
welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. I'm your host, Brandon Rhymes here. Also the owner of Platinum MVP Realty and a top listing agent in Tampa Bay. Featured in Florida Realtor Magazine, Top Agent Magazine, The Business Journal, and others. Recognized for innovation with marketing. Helping our sellers profit more on the sale of their real estate properties. Utilizing some very cool techniques on Facebook and Google, in addition to our radio and TV show marketing. And we want to remind you our website, consumerqb.com. You can listen to our show or even watch on WeBeam TV as well. And the live stream version of our show is awesome. We got cameras right here in studio, and you can see our expert contributors and a lot of good information for you. We want to help you win in any marketplace. Now, this segment is brought to you by Hula Bay, our official restaurant partner. Excellent waterfront ambiance, great variety on the menu, wonderful food, and a very friendly staff at Hula Bay, 5210 Tyson Avenue in beautiful South Tampa. They also have Duke's Retired Surfer Bar there on the weekends. You got some great music and bands there, live music. You got the Freedom Boat Club over there. It's a marina. So if you haven't been down south there at Hula Bay, you got to check it out. Now, make sure you go tell Todd, the general manager, that Brandon Rhymes sent you, the quarterback sent you, and he's going to hook you up with that free water with lemon. Okay, every time he's going to take care of you. And we got a couple of hot properties I want to let you know about. 7814 Sims Road in Gibsonton. This is a great opportunity, and especially if you're an outside-the-box thinker or a buyer looking to, you don't want to be in those communities, the neighbor right next door to you, the HOAs. We've got 7814 Sims Road in Gibsonton. This is a great buying opportunity. Completely renovated property, 4 bedrooms, 3 bath, and it's got all the best granite and wood throughout. Pool home, and now the big kicker here is on the left side of the property. It's over 4 acres, by the way, and on the left side of the property you've got a commercial asset built in, so you're generating $2,000 a month in income with a lease in place. So the property's practically paying for itself here at 7814 Sims Road in Gibsonton. $440,000, a great buying opportunity, as well as 84-acre development here at 2606 North Valrico Road in Sefner. Attention builders, developers, entrepreneurs. 2606 North Valrico Road here. $1.7 million property here. 84 acres, prime opportunity to develop out in East County with close proximity to I-75 here in beautiful Tampa Bay.
Somewhere sunny and 75.
All right, back here in studio, live from iHeartRadio, talking with Scott Maurer. He's Advanta IRA, self-directed IRAs. Also in studio, Melissa Allen, co-owner of Cobblestone Court. Awesome jewelry for your home, elegant plumbing and decorative hardware. We're going to talk about some recent success stories from her as well, and talk about some of the rehab opportunities through a IRA, a self-directed IRA. So, Scott, what else are you seeing out there?
Well, I think right before we went to break, I thought you brought up a great point on the fees that advisors charge. Again, that's something that's I think a lot of people miss. They look at an account statement for their retirement account and it says they have an annual $50 account fee, and they think, oh, that's pretty cheap. What they don't see is all the hidden fees, the commissions that are being paid out possibly to their advisor, possibly to others.
Yep.
And again, that's something that's certainly being missed. And again, those fees that you're paying, that's less money in your retirement account. Obviously, that you're going to have going forward, building tax free. For your own retirement. At Advanta, we don't sell any. There are no commissions. We simply charge an administrative fee, a service fee, to record keep your asset. It's less than $300 a year for us to record keep your account. If you're buying a rental property, you have rents coming in. We're receiving those rents into your account. We're paying all the bills at your direction, all for that fee. It's, again, no commissions. If you're making $20,000 of rental income the year, that's all back into your account. You're simply paying us less than $300 a year to do that.
Some of these other fees that you mentioned, like with different wealth advisors and so-called wealth advisors, especially if they're not a fiduciary, that's one of the big things I talk a lot about on the show. We've talked about it in the past. Maybe if you don't mind breaking down a fiduciary, and then let's talk about some of these different fees, and then the power of compounding. Because when you're compounding these fees year after year, month after month, man, it could really take a big bite out of your retirement.
Definitely. I mean, a fiduciary, by definition, has to act in the best interests of their client or whoever they're acting as fiduciary for. So it's very important when you're looking at, if you are working with an advisor, finding out if they are sitting in that fiduciary capacity.
Right.
Because if they're not, then you might be susceptible to these other fees, commissions, and then in that case, are they really looking after you? And you mentioned the compounding interest. Yeah, that's, I guess, what Einstein or someone said. Yeah, so it was one of the great mysteries or whatever. The ability that your money, if it's growing within a tax-deferred or tax-free entity like an IRA account, when you don't pay taxes each step of the way, that money can grow exponentially.
Yeah.
And so, but every time someone's taking a fee out, that's less money each year, whether it's $1,000 or $5,000 or even more within your account that they're taking out in fees. That's less money going forward. And I think I saw, it's been years, I can't quote all the exact numbers, but if someone, for instance, saved, like $3,000 inside an IRA account from age 20 to 25, or something similar to that, and didn't put any more in after that, the growth that they would see, hopefully within that account, would be greater than someone who contributed from age 30 to 50,
right,
to say 3,000. So you're contributing a lot more, but the fact getting started earlier and having that money compound, that's really where the power, especially of an IRA, is.
Yeah, absolutely. If you just joined us, I'm your host Brandon Rhymes here, and talking with Scott Maurer. He's talking about Advanta IRAs, self-directed IRAs, the difference between a fiduciary and a non-fiduciary in that capacity. Let's face it. Tony Robbins just wrote a book, Money Master of the Game, a couple years ago. He followed it up with another stellar performance with Unshakable, and he's ultimately a huge consumer advocate as well, and he really exposed a lot about the industry, talking about ETFs and all these different types of names, mutual funds. And I believe the statistic is 95% of the mutual funds out there do not outperform the market, meaning you're much better just going straight to an indexed fund that's going to return the cumulative effect of the S&P or the NASDAQ, whatever type of fund you choose.
Sure. That's again, I think the thing that a lot of this information has in common is that most people simply don't know it.
Yeah.
And they're not asking, they're not being told. And again, that's one thing that we try to do, again, through our education. We do seminars, we do webinars to at least let you know you can buy real estate inside your IRA. I'm sure 95+% of the people listening to the show, maybe hopefully more because they've heard me on before, but some people don't even know this is possible.
Yeah.
So it's asking questions and really knowing what you're getting involved in. You can, like I said, you can buy real estate notes. You can invest in mutual funds with your IRA account if you wish, but really diversifying and knowing enough to ask the questions, do the research, and get yourself educated.
Yeah, and back to that example, when you look at the compounding of the fees, you look at overpaying for underperformance with a mutual fund. Essentially, that's what you're doing in a lot of cases. So I would urge you to get a review. Why don't you pull out your smartphone, shoot us a call or a text message to our hotline at 670-7372. It's an 813 number, 670-REQB. And if you want to text IRA to that number, just go ahead and text IRA. We'll get you in touch with Scott. If you want to review as well, we'll review what you currently have. And again, we're a consumer advocate. Everything we're doing here is to help you understand these different types of fees, things that you're up against, because when you get to the end of the road and you're down and you don't have the money that you're going to need, it's going to be a stressful situation. Be stressed out. So let's go ahead and bring Melissa Allen into the conversation here, and I think it's a good pivot, Scott, because when you're looking at an IRA, you can actually rehab a property through an IRA.
You can. That's why I think real estate's a great investment. You have a lot of options. You can buy a property and hold it for a long-term rental situation, get income in, pay some expenses out. You can also flip properties. And again, the common thing is a lot of people out there, I think, understand that, especially that aspect in real estate when you look at the shows that are on TV. So when you go to flip a property, if you do it inside your IRA account, again, it's a self-directed account. You are in control. So you're choosing the property that you're going to buy, what price you're going to pay for it. And then ultimately, when it comes down to the rehabs, you can't do it yourself. That's one rule. But when you go to choose what you're going to do within the house, what you're going to do in the kitchens, what you're going to do in the bathrooms, what you're going to do with the roof, paint, etc., those are all your decisions to make.
Yeah, absolutely. So Melissa Allen here. Let's bring Melissa into the conversation. Cobblestone Court. So you know a thing or two about this process as well, working with Jason Avery and different contractors out there.
Definitely. And when he's saying about rentals, I think that's important because people who come and rent property on the beach want new renovation. They want something new and exciting. We just helped a guy, and he remodeled 3 bathrooms and did the floating vanities that are freestand. They just kind of float in the air and mounted to the wall. And he said that he had someone in from Europe that was renting for an entire month, and he walked in and said, "You just sold me right here. These bathrooms are amazing."
Wow.
And rented the property. So I think that, especially for rentals, they don't want the old beach house look. They want new, exciting, fun, especially if you're going to stay there an entire month. You want something functional.
Yeah, you can maximize your rents. You can maximize if you're going to do a renovation and flip. You're going to be maximizing the profits there. So let's describe exactly, when we're talking about jewelry for your home, give us a little teaser.
We have a 6,000 square foot showroom over in Clearwater full of cabinet knobs, faucets, toilets, sinks, mailboxes, switch plates, all of the little blings that'll make your house your home. and that's what we like to help people do. We've been in the Clearwater area for 40 years. My mom and I are the third owners, and we love what we do. It's our life, and ask us anything. We can find anything. We had someone come in, they had seen a faucet that was a dog with the paws where the handles, and the water came out of his mouth.
Oh, that's cool.
And I said, let me see if I can find it, and I did. He didn't like the price once I found it, but we found it.
Nice. Okay, cool. Well, more from Melissa Allen here coming up. We're also going to talk about 10 easy, low-budget ways to improve any kitchen, according to kitchen.com, and more from Scott Maurer as well. And a big shout-out to the Maids Cleaning Service. They do a great job cleaning our real estate properties, 24-hour, 100% satisfaction guaranteed by the Maids Cleaning Service. They are referred for a reason. Stay with us. Don't touch that dial. Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
Hey everybody, I'm Forbes Riley, celebrity TV fitness host and creator of The Spin Gym. I'm here today with Brandon Rhymes, and you're listening to the Consumer Quarterback Show. Great ways to get happy, healthy, and wealthy.
Don't forget, Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Visit realestateradiotampa.com or text the word valued to their consumer advocacy hotline at 813-917-1894. Call Brandon today, 813-917-1894.
Welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Brandon Rhymes, former USF football player, played on the inaugural football team, University of South Florida, and longtime quarterback on my sports teams. Dad was the coach, and I was the quarterback on the team. Now we're quarterbacking transactions for our sellers and buyers out there. We're quarterbacking introductions to all of our expert contributors. Again, over 80 show partners now with the Consumer Quarterback Show. We're going to help you win in any marketplace, and that's the number one goals here is to help you understand, give you that helicopter view of the market, things that you may not consider. We're also helping you avoid commission-based advice. There's so much commission breath out there in the community. If you look around, you look at ads, you look on everywhere, you're seeing commission-based advice. We want to help you with that and remind you again, consumerqb.com. Just submit the contact form there. We'd love to hear from you. Positive comments or anything that you want to talk about. Click on the contact form at consumerqb.com and also 813-670-7372.
Welcome to my house.
670-7372. So that's our consumer advocate hotline. And we're back here in studio today. Scott Maurer, Advanta IRA, talking about buying alternative assets through an IRA, helping you prolong and avoid some of those taxes and helping you take control of your retirement plan. And also Melissa Allen, she's the co-owner of Cobblestone Court. It's jewelry for your home, everything from elegant plumbing and decorative hardware for your home. And so Melissa, we were talking before the break, and let's go ahead and jump into these 10 easy ways to 10 easy ways, low budget ways to improve any kitchen. So let's talk about these. So what comes to your mind, top of mind there? 10 easy ways to improve any kitchen.
Oh, gosh. Well, obviously the sink is very important. We're selling a lot more single bowl sinks than we are the double or triple these days. People want just nice and easy. They don't hand wash dishes anymore. Everyone owns a dishwasher. Most people do.
So it's a single sink versus the two-sided because that was the best way to do it when you
hand washed. Right.
Interesting. Okay. And they're making them a lot deeper now.
Well, the depth isn't as important. They say you want to stand with your fingers all the way down your leg, and you don't want it to be any deeper than that. Because if it's deeper than that, you're going to have back problems. You're going to be bending over a lot. So used to be really deep. Now we're not as deep.
Wow.
Because you also have to take into consideration the thickness of the countertop as well. So
Right.
you really don't want too deep, especially a lot of the faucets are the high pull downs these days with the magnetic holds. So the faucets are higher than they used to be. So you can still get buckets and pans and pots all underneath there without having a super deep sink. Leave the deep sink for your laundry room.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah. So on that line, it's talking about replace the faucet. So that's something that's an easy fix here. They're saying, and okay, so we'll go 10 to 1 here. So this is according to kitchen.com and 10 easy low budget ways to improve any kitchen. So it says swap out the switch plates.
Yes, definitely. I actually brought some switch plates today.
Oh, nice.
So you can see that is the easiest way. We have some really decorative ones. We have some just normal ones, all the configurations. And I think you're right. The old switches, people are replacing them with the rockers. The toggle, the toggles are kind of going away, and dimmers. I don't see as many dimmer knobs. So talk to an electrician about that for sure.
Okay. And number 9, it says cover ugly countertops. So covering them, I guess, is what they're saying here. So that's an easier budget way to do it, but ultimately you want to try to get some quartz or some granite in there.
True. And if you have an undermount sink currently, you really have to replace your countertop if you're going to get a new sink because you're cut out to that sink. So it's very, very hard to find a sink that's going to fit that exact cutout with the same radius corners, all that. So if you're going to replace your sink, if you have a drop-in and want to switch out to another drop-in, that's easy. But undermounts, you pretty much you're married to your countertop.
And what are they going to cover it? What are they recommending covering a countertop? I've never even heard of that.
Yeah, it says putting in brand new countertops is not a small change. So to improve what you have, try one of these tips. If you're a renter, you can make permanent changes. Top a portion of countertop with a big, handsome cutting board. It's functional and it's good looking. So I guess just they're saying put a cutting board on it.
But put a little plant
fix.
or something, right?
Yeah, they're talking real low budget here.
Yeah, that's putting a Band-Aid on the.
Yeah. Get a number 8. Get a great dish rack.
Okay.
So something, again, they're not doing as many dishes by hand anymore. So.
Yeah, we find we sell a lot of the bottom racks that fit into your sink with the hole still being open so you can throw things down the disposer still, but it raises your surface a little. It also protects the bottom of your counter. So if you're one of those that sets dishes in there, and we'll do them later like I do, it's helpful.
Add more storage space with small wire shelves.
All right, that could be easily. Yeah, you see a lot of the spice drawers and the convenient things hanging the pot lids on the drawer, on the door instead of inside. That could be very convenient.
Yeah, if you just joined us, I'm your host, Brandon Rhymes. We're talking with Melissa Allen. She's a co-owner of Cobblestone Court, jewelry for your home, elegant plumbing, and decorative hardware. And we're going through a top 10 easy, low-budget ways to improve any kitchen. And let's see, pull out shelves and or drawers, drawer organizers. Saying to pull that stuff out.
Yeah, actually, I'm redoing my kitchen right now. We opted for that. We put new cabinets in. Pullouts are nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
And let's see, update the hardware.
Update the hardware. That's super easy. We just need to know what your existing holes are, because a lot of people have a 3-inch or 2.5 or the weird sizes, but they're not as weird as you think. The metric sizes are different. So 96 millimeter, which is 3 3/4, is very common. 128 millimeter, 5 inches, very common. People come in all worried that they're not going to be able to find something, and they are. It's not as hard as you think.
Okay, hey, more from Melissa Allen here coming up. I've got a caller on the line calling from the Hotel Zamora. We've got Paul Romero. Hey, Paul.
Hey, Brandon, how's it going? It's Paul and John. How's everything?
Hey, things are going great. Excellent. A lot of good stuff happening here. And what's going on your side of the county?
Not too much. Just wrapping up for summertime, wrapping up for Mother's Day. We're going to have a great brunch in Castile. We have 2 different item menus. We're going to have a $55 3-course menu. Basically, chef's seaside favorites, includes mimosas and a glass of orange juice and a glass of Prosecco. We also have an $85 3-course menu, and that includes mimosa and champagne. So it's going to be a great day for us and a great day for all the mothers out there.
Yeah, coming up soon. So go ahead and reserve that seat. You guys are taking reservations, obviously?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Perfect. Yep. So reach out, and the Hotel Zamora, beautiful St. Pete Beach. And what else is going on down there? So we got the Mother's Day coming up. The Castile obviously serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner as well.
Yes, and then we also have the Rooftop 360, obviously, which is live music every Friday and Saturday night, happy hours daily, and we also just rolled out our new limited bar menu, which is really rocking out there. People are really enjoying it. So it's kind of like a mini Castile menu, but people are really enjoying the fact that we have food up there, because that's something the hotel has never had before. So it's a great success for us so far.
Brandon, the pool is cranking. The weekends, it's popping at the pool. So all you boaters out there that are looking for something to do to break up being out on the waters, come on down, enjoy the pool, get some food, have some lunch, hit the hot tub. But it's one of your favorite places when you come to visit.
That's right. Yeah, I love to get out there. And last time we saw like a 40, 50-foot yacht pulling up in there, man. I wasn't sure if it's going to fit or not.
Yeah, you just check your tides. There is a draft. It's about low tide. It does get a little low at the dock, so just check your tide.
And that yacht was for one of our in-house companies that they were doing a meeting here. So after the meeting, they decided just to take a little cruise, have some cocktails, a little reception aboard the yacht, and we have that available for any company that wants to have one of their meetings here, especially during the summer.
Nice. Yeah, that's really cool. Talk about that aspect, because you guys are looking for corporations, companies to come and host their events and sales meetings there, correct?
Oh, absolutely. We have about 11,000 square feet of meeting space on property, indoor, outdoor. So during the summertime, it's great because, they could really work and play, really have both those aspects. So what I try to do as the director of sales of the property is, make the meeting as effective as possible so there's as much done in the meeting, as possible. And then they also have that relaxation aspect that the hotel provides, such as the yacht or the kayaks or the paddle boards or the bicycles, anything along those lines. We also, can get some jet skis here if you need it, and everything is on property. So you just have to walk a few steps and you're right on our docks.
Yeah, no better place to be than the Hotel Zamora, beautiful St. Pete Beach. It's the first new hotel built on St. Pete Beach in decades, and it's got the beautiful Spanish ancestry, the Mediterranean attitude, and what a great place to be. So we got about 30 seconds left, fellas. Any parting words?
I just want to wish everybody a great summer, happy Mother's Day, and come see us over at the Kimpton Hotel Zamora. We promise it'll be an unforgettable experience.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks so much for calling in, fellas. I appreciate you.
All right, thanks so much, Brendan. Have a great day.
Take care, guys. All right, the Hotel Zamora, the official hotel partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show. Call them up, make reservations Mother's Day, take care of Mom. And, Mom is definitely that time of year. It's time you got to take care of Mom. And if you also book a stay, let them know the Real Estate Quarterback Show sent you. Tell them the REQB code, and you're going to get a 10 to 20% off your stay. And what a great place to go enjoy some downtime at the Hotel Zamora here in beautiful Tampa Bay. And when we come back, more from our expert contributors, Scott Maurer, Advanta IRA, Melissa Allen, co-owner of Cobblestone Court, and more from our expert contributors. We're going to finish up this top 10 list as well. The top 10 easy, low-budget ways to improve any kitchen here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. And we're giving a big shout-out to Smart Move Moving and Storage, the official moving partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show. Say hello to Hannah and her team over at Smart Move Moving and Storage here in beautiful Tampa Bay, Pinellas County. And more from our expert contributors. Do not touch that dial. Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
This is Work Done, and you're listening to the Real Estate Quarterback Show hosted by my man, Brandon Rhymes.
Don't forget, Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Visit realestateradiotampa.com or text the word VALUE to their consumer advocacy hotline at 813-917-1894. Call Brandon today, 813-917-1894.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Brandon Rhymes here, Quarterback Show, Platinum MVP Realty, and a top listing agent here in Tampa Bay. Also, Rhymes Media. We've got an event coming up here on the 25th, Thursday, May 25th. Save that date. If you're a business owner, a sales rep, marketing manager, you're going to want to be at this event at the Hotel Zamora. It's a free business building seminar, digital marketing seminar, Thursday, May 25th, 3 to 5:30 at the Hotel Zamora, 3701 Gulf Boulevard in St. Pete. Now, what you're going to learn is how to grow your marketing online, how to dominate your competition on digital marketing, and be able to expand your online presence. So, free event. All you have to do is register at our website, consumerqb.com. Just submit the form at consumerqb.com. Just click on the contact form there. And giving a big shout out to Healthy Gourmet, Felicia Lacaille with Healthy Gourmet, all organic veggies, natural proteins, delivered fresh 3 times a week. Meal plan starting at $90. Optimal fuel, optimal performance. Felicia Lacaille and her team do a great job. Healthy Gourmet, organic veggies, natural proteins, delivered Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I love it. I pick up my order. I've got some great food, high energy throughout the week, and also an opportunity to avoid going into those fast food restaurants. Seems like sometimes you're chasing that next meal. Reach out to Healthy Gourmet, $90 a week, meal plans. And at our hotline, you can reach us at 670-7372, 670-REQB. That's our hotline. It's a Tampa-based number. All right, we're back here in studio, live from iHeart, and we're talking with Scott Maurer, Advanta IRA, as well as Melissa Allen, co-owner of Cobblestone Court. Now, we're talking about jewelry for your home. Got the bling for the home, making it look nice. Got the plumbing, decorative hardware for the kitchens and baths. So yeah, you do other things outside of residential real estate as well. We were kind of talking between the breaks there. You worked with the Don Cesar. You worked with yachts and other things. So tell us a couple success stories there.
Yeah, we worked with Lazar Yachts. We were the one who supplied all the plumbing and hardware. It's a lot different to find hardware on a yacht because it's right on the salt water. So you need to have stainless steel. You need to have things that are going to have a lifetime warranty that isn't just dipped and plated. It's a whole different way of plating with a lifetime PVD finish. It's going to hold up on the water. We find that in mailboxes too. A lot of people don't realize here in Florida with the sun beating down on your mailbox, you really have to get an aluminum mailbox that's going to withstand that beating down sun constantly. Yeah. We also have done some restaurants. Island Way Grill. A lot of people ask them where did they get the sinks and faucets, and people come in with crazy ideas for when you open Marlin Darlin. He said, I want a surfboard countertop with like these sinks that look really cool. And so we have to get into the customer's mind and figure out what is it that you really do want. And if you have the champagne taste and the beer budget, how can we make this happen?
Yeah.
With your budget.
Do you find that a lot?
A lot. People come in and they want this and that, and it's like, well, do you realize how much that cost?
Come on,
come on, man. Yeah, you come in there and but yeah, and it kind of goes back to the big point of real estate being such a great investment now, especially you look at the appreciation year over year. 1,000 people a day moving to Florida. They want to be here, and we're blessed to be in the best part of the state. I believe. You look at the East Coast. There's it's a little hustle bustle, busy over there. Not as good as Sunset, but you look at Tampa, St. Pete, Clearwater, Bradenton, Sarasota, right on down to Fort Myers, Naples. We've got the best coast here as well. So when we're talking about this jewelry for your home, what else should people consider? How can they, and you said you had you're in Clearwater right there. They can come in and take a look, right? Take a look.
What we find, we partner with a lot of the manufacturers that really care about their customers and do what they do really, really good. They're a tub manufacturer. There are some companies out there that try and be everything to everyone.
Right.
A lot of people get in their mind, they've seen Kohler advertised. To me, Kohler is like a buffet. You have a Mexican station, it's okay. You have an Italian station, it's okay. But if you want good Italian food, you go to an Italian restaurant.
Right.
So if you want a good faucet, we're going to go to a company that only does faucets or only makes tubs. And we represent 250 manufacturers that are the best, what I consider the best in the industry. They really are going to stand behind their product. They're going to be concerned when you call and say something's wrong. They want to know what happened. They don't just want to give you a new faucet and swap it out. They want to know, why did this happen? So that's very important. You want to have good products that you can depend on with good warranties, and
And you also talk about what Jason Avery, I think, as well, brought it up. Avery Construction, Remodeling, and author as well, Constructing Success, partner on the show, longtime friend of the program. He talked about last time as well. Again, you get into the champagne taste with the beer flavor, but what it happens is with some of these subpar parts, they're going to have plastic on the inside. They're going to wear down over the years. Talk about that.
It's kind of a buyer beware thing. A lot of people think they can find the same thing on the internet. We've had customers that have picked out a faucet in our showroom, searched the model number, found it on some Overstock or whatever, and purchased the faucet. Well, the box said the same thing, but inside was an entirely different faucet.
Wow.
And parts were missing. And then, like Jason said, when you call, nobody's there to help you out with this.
Yep.
It's a buyer beware. So you want to buy from reputable manufacturers. Also, a lot of the manufacturers will void the warranty if it's not purchased through an authorized showroom. So you want to double check that as well. I know one of Jason's favorite things is the man handles. He loves putting a little bit of something special into homes.
Okay.
Or the decorative drains. It's a nice, easy way to just bling up your shower.
Yeah.
There's a lot of little things. Jason likes to do niches with Avery Construction into the shower. A lot of shower doors are going out. A lot of people are leaving the showers open, so you can walk in and out. Not as much of a closed-in feel as it used to be. But there are lots of things, and you want experts who can help you. And Jason Avery is one of the best. We tell all our customers that if you want to knock down a wall, he's your man, because he can do it with the load bearing, knocking down the walls and opening up that view for the waterfront, and then we'll help you make it look pretty.
That's right. Yeah, absolutely. Brandon Rhymes here, quarterback show. Melissa Allen to my left. Scott Maurer to my right here, Advanta IRA. Let's go back to this top 10 list. We left off, I believe, at number 4, but number 3, it talks about just adding a rug. These are the top easy, low-budget ways to improve any kitchen. So adding a rug is number 3.
That sounds good. I've seen those padded rugs, too, that a lot of people are putting in the kitchen to make it a little more comfortable.
Yeah, more comfortable, easier on the feet and legs and the knees and all that good stuff. Change drawer or shelf liners.
I can definitely see that. All the dirt and junk that accumulates. It's the easy way to do it.
Yep, fresh non-stick liner. And then number 1, top 10 low budget, easy ways to improve any kitchen, add or change the lighting.
Lighting is big. We're doing a lot of under-counter lighting. We even have a light that you can put into a cabinet that is motion censored, so when you open the door, it automatically turns on, so you can see what's in your cabinet. It's got LED. LED lights are just taking over because they don't emit as much heat.
Yeah.
They also last a lot longer. You're not going to need to change your bulbs as often.
That's right. John Grant, Eagled LED Lighting, longtime friend of the program, expert contributor, talks a lot about the energy savings, the tax. Actually, I think the tax incentives went away, but the rebates are still there. John Grant, Eagled LED Lighting, again, part of our 80-plus category of expert contributors that we have. We got you covered here, giving you that helicopter view of the market. We're going to go ahead and jump into our lightning round. All right, top tips, things to do, things to avoid, nuggets of advice. Scott Maurer, you're up first.
Great. Thanks, Brandon. I think when we talk about self-directed IRAs and people start hearing about things that are different, investing in real estate, investing in promissory notes, private placements, people think automatically this is not for them.
Yep.
I can tell you that our client base and the people that self-direct with us are all across the spectrum in diversity as far as income, age, etc. It's not that hard for someone to do, whether you're college educated or not. Self-directing is something you can do for yourself. Everybody does. Again, everybody can do it.
Yep.
Just come to our classes. We'll tell you how to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's easy. Webinars as well. You can do it really easy. Check our website for recent blogs from Scott Maurer. We'll put some information up there as well. And Melissa, top tips, things to do, nuggets of advice.
Because when you have a champagne taste and this vision in your mind, you can spend a little bit more where you want and spend a little less. We're good at helping you do the budget toilet that is still going to be a very good toilet, and then you can spend a little more on your faucet or your shower head. The places that you're not going to be able to replace as much, like your shower valve, once that's in the wall, chances are you're not going to want to replace that valve, and you can't just replace someone else's trim. You have to. You're stuck with that forever. So the little work with an expert, I think, is the best advice I can give you in anything, and they'll help you make your kitchen and bath your beautiful dream that you have in your mind.
Yeah, that's awesome. And my nugget of advice would be just focus on the power, the power of focus, where your focus goes, your energy flows, and things are going to happen in life. You're going to have adversity. Things are going to happen. The sooner you can utilize what Robbins talks about as a 90-second rule, you want to pull yourself back into a positive state. be back on point, back on message, and then you're going to help you. That's going to be a crucial factor in your ability to achieve success in life. So the power of focus. I want to thank all of our expert contributors, our team behind the scenes putting this together, our listeners, our viewers out there. We really appreciate you. Check out our Facebook pages, facebook.com/Consumer Quarterback Show, at Brandon Rhymes 1 on Twitter. And please go out there and consider committing a random act of kindness. Something as simple as packing up leftover food, some groceries you may have, carrying it with you to and from your commute to work, and handing it to that person that you see in need. Other ways are to volunteer. Maybe just volunteer at your church or some type of a nonprofit organization, Ready for Life, some great organizations here in Tampa Bay, the Children's Cancer Center, or potentially, donation, making a donation, and be a force for good in the community. Do something kind for someone else, and continue listening to the Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
Thanks for listening to my daddy's show right here on iHeartRadio. And please check out realestateradiotampa.com to buy or sell real estate and see all of his expert contributors. Thank you.
Don't forget, Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Visit realestateradiotampa.com or text the word VALUE to their consumer advocacy hotline at 813-917-1894. Call Brandon today, 813-917-1894.